Rob Perillo.
Welcome back. Well, unfortunately, as promised, another flood threat for tonight, and strong on the margins of severe thunderstorms as well. But the main issue, flooding, and we have some flood warnings going right now and more heavy-duty storms showing up on the local Doppler radars. You can see the action and a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning and locally heavy rainfall. The one thing that we have going for us, that the storms are moving along, and they appear to continue to move along at a good rate. So it's going to be a couple more hours, then that flood threat is going to diminish, but not before the water levels at your location may certainly come up, and that's what we have seen over the last several hours. Very intense thunderstorms across the area from Lafayette on eastward, and you can see this one cell here from southwestern Acadia Parish into northwestern Vermilion and into northeastern Cameron Parish, showing some very intense weather with it. In fact, let's just go ahead, check out some of the storm tracking here, and showing some rotation with this cell right here that's entering northwestern Vermilion Parish. And I did watch the velocity loops a little bit earlier, and it was showing about 45-50 mile-an-hour winds with this cell that's just east of the Grand Lake area. Fortunately, this is heading out into the open marsh, but nonetheless strong winds here, and we did see a strong gust line coming through, but that has since weakened. But the threat of strong storms that will be capable of producing up to 45-mile-per-hour winds certainly a possibility, and tons of cloud-to-ground lightning. Last count, roughly about 1,400 cloud-to-ground strikes. And when the positive strikes are outweighing the negative strikes, usually it's a 10-to-1 ratio, negative to positive. This means we have strong updrafts and downdrafts that could lead to also some small hail and damaging winds. So we'll continue to watch this very closely through the next several hours. Again, this is the storm cluster I'm concerned with right now. This is going to be riding through southern Acadia, northern portions of Vermilion Parish, and will clip Lafayette Parish as well. Now, Lafayette seeing a little bit of a break on some of the heavier rains in spots, but you can see this is earmarked off to the east, and maybe it's moving a little south of east, so hopefully that'll miss much of Lafayette Parish. And as you get closer to the coast, we've had less rain over the last several days. Now, these are the flood warnings going right now. One over by Lake Charles, the one that covers a good chunk of Acadiana. This is a flood warning, meaning flooding is imminent in some spots. An additional 2 to 4 possible in this warning area that goes till 1:30 in the morning, and I think by then things will be calming down. But look at some of the rain totals. These are Doppler estimates, which are underestimating the rainfall going back to Sunday night, and we've had anywhere between 7 and 10 inches of rain area wide, and another 1 to 5 with the action tonight. So that has been making for major issues, and we have a flood watch in effect now for all of Acadiana, including southwest Louisiana. In general, 1 to 3 possible, but isolated amounts possible up to 3 to 4, maybe up to 5 to 6. So we'll be watching that very closely. So here's our futurecast, our HER model here showing those storms still beating the band up until about midnight or so, but by 2 a.m. they're pushing down to the coast. That's the good news, and it looks like we get a bit of a breakthrough early tomorrow morning. Now, we'll see more scattered showers tomorrow, but it looks like the heavy rain threat is over with, and that is the good news after this action over the next several hours, and eventually drier air moving in. I do think we see sunshine by Thursday afternoon. Additional rainfall from here on out per the model showing anywhere between about 1 to 3, a good bet. So the model's pretty much in line. Lesser amounts to the north and west where the rains are winding down. But unfortunately, areas that are seeing high water may see more high water over the next several hours. So 2 to 4 possible. Localized flooding, certainly a possibility. Those rain chances pegged at 100%. We'll go 68 the low. By the way, wind gusts up to 45 in some of those storms. So we'll be watching them tonight. And then tomorrow, storms early but tapering during the course of the afternoon. Good looking Thursday, Friday, and Saturday shaping up, and much of the weekend also good, and unfortunately a return to a wet pattern as we go into next week. That's it for weather for now. We'll have more coming up right after the break.